In our last episode, I visited Michelin one-starred restaurant Babel, where I tasted the 5-course classic menu of Chef István Veres that melded memories of his childhood with Transylvania and Hungarian flavors. While I enjoyed a sumptuous course of lamb neck, Chef István recommended a pairing with a Hungarian Tokaji wine that surprised me with its vibrant aroma and fresh minerality. It was delicious and came from Tokaji, Hungary's most revered historical wine region, whose most famous product is the Tokaji Azu, a highly priced sweet wine. Actually, during my trip here in Hungary, I've had a few run-ins with Tokaji Azu. Paired with duck liver at Costas and served alongside my slice of Dobos tort at Café Gerbeau. I guess you could easily say that this special noble rot wine is regarded as the national wine of Hungary. Well, today I'm visiting the Tokaji wine region to learn about this rare and expensive golden liquid. The Tokaji wine region is located in northeastern Hungary, about 200 kilometers east of Budapest. Driving there takes about 2.5 hours, but upon arrival, you've stepped into the borders of a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Designated in 2002 and recognized as one of the oldest wine-producing regions in the world, Tokaji is filled with vast vineyards, villages, and wine cellars that tell the story of a culturally and historically precious landscape. From Tokaji comes the famous Tokaji Azu wine. Its rarity lets it sell for upwards of 3,000 Taiwan dollars per 500 milliliter bottle. What exactly is noble rot wine and why is it so treasured? Well, in simple terms, it's a Hungarian wine and it's sweet. If it isn't sweet, it's not a noble rot wine. But why is the production so scarce? Well, because to make noble rot wine, grapes must be infected with a noble rot fungus that makes the grape lose moisture, shrink, and concentrates their sweetness, thus creating a sweet wine. But not every place can produce noble rot fungus, since its presence requires a specific combination of weather and terrain. Tokaji is one of the few regions in the world that has the conditions needed to produce such a wine. There's a lot to be learned, and I'd better get my facts straight, so I've arrived in Mad, the village in Tokaji known to have one of the best terroirs of the region. 我们今天相当高兴有机会跟 Tokaji 酒庄的老板来聊一聊. So we're so thrilled to be here today to learn a little bit more about the region of Tokaji and some of its history. Can you tell us a little bit about what makes Tokaji wine region so special?
No, absolutely. First of all, you are welcome to Juliet Victor Winery. Tokaji used to have a long-standing heritage in supplying royal courts in Europe. The Russian Tsar, the French king used to be drinking Tokaji sweet wines centuries ago. But because of the socialist system, everything went down, and I think over the last 30-40 years, Tokaji is now trying to come back to where it used to be at global standards. I think this area, this region, this wine region has the potential to produce the world's finest and best quality sweet wines. But it's not only about sweet wines. The region is into dry white wines as well, simply because of the climate and the volcanic soil. This is the northeastern part of Hungary. It's a hilly area, and that hilly area has a special climate. Special climate produces a noble fungus, and the noble fungus creates this process of botrytis.
Yes.
And the botrytis is a natural sweetening process of the grape, which is the foundation of the sweet wine. So this is not an artificial, this is not a fortified sweet wine. This is all natural because it is all volcanic. It used to be an operating volcano here.
Okay.
Now it stopped.
Sure, a long time
hundreds
ago.
of years ago. The volcanic soil and the volcanic stones, gave you a backbone of minerals which make Tokaji wines very special and I think world class.
That's a lot of detailed information to digest, but there are 3 main points. 1. Special weather. 2. Noble rot is caused by the special weather. 3. The volcanic stones in the volcanic terrain. These 3 conditions allow the creation of the rare and expensive noble rot wine, Tokaji Azu. Before heading into the vineyards, Josef, the winery's owner, shows me some of the volcanic stones to help me understand.
These rocks come from the wine field because it is a volcanic area and the field is full of rocks. And let me just show you something. So if you take this particular rock, you see lots of holes inside the rock. They were all created by the roots of the vine.
Oh.
So they go deep down, and that's how they suck the minerals out of the rock, and that's why you feel it in the character of the vine.
这个都是葡萄的 vine 的梗子长进去，然后它会把里头的矿类的东西吸出来，所以难怪 Tokaji wine 有这种很特别的味道。Wow. And these are also different types of.
These are different types of rocks with different minerals, and that's why you go to one terroir and you have a specific taste, a sort of character of the vine. You go to another terroir with different rocks, and the character starts changing.
不同种的地方是石头的类是完全不一样，所以也许有同样的一种品种的葡萄，但是你种在不同的地方，它的味道是完全不一样。Wow, I've learned something completely new. No wonder people from Tokaji say they put grapes on the stone. Next, I'm heading to the vineyard to uncover even more secrets of the Tokaji aju.
Actually, we are now in Vineyard Bomboy.
Okay.
And here you can see the grape variety Furmint.
Furmint. Okay.
Yeah, so actually it's an authentic Hungarian grape variety. It's a typical Furmint shape. The Furmint shape, it's a long one. Actually, it's important because it can bring the best terroir of Tokaji and especially of Mad, because I'm sure that you already realized
I see there's the rocks everywhere.
Yeah, the stones, the rocks.
Yeah.
So actually it's thanks to the active volcanoes in 200 million years ago. So the heritage of the vine region is the rocks, the volcanic soil. So actually it's a rhyolite too, but we have red clay and andesite.
Okay.
And actually all these rocks are inside very deep into the ground. So actually this plantation average age is 45 years old.
Okay.
And the roots are in 10 meter long. Absorbing the minerality.
Okay.
And this is why it's so rich and complex.
That's the flavor. It's incredible. The grapes here really do grow on stones. 3 factors that contribute to Tokaji aju are the weather, the noble rot, and the area's volcanic terrain. But there's a 4th factor, the Furmint grape variety. Furmint is a native grape variety of Tokaji that's been grown in the region for hundreds of years. Since it has strong acidity, high sugar levels, and is susceptible to noble rot, it's always used as the main variety when making Tokaji aju. More than 60% of the vines planted in the region are Furmint. Next, I've got some key questions. So the grapes here are green. They're looking really beautiful. But what is the process for the botrytis and the noble rot, and how does that happen?
The grapes are in the growing process.
Okay.
Around October and November, the berries start like shriveling, losing the juice.
Okay.
So actually the sugar gets more concentrated and the sugar level gets more higher.
Okay.
And it's very, very important that we are not adding any artificial way sugar to the
increase.
acid.
Okay.
Yeah. And the noble rot called botrytis appears around the berries. We are hand-picking it.
Hand-picking, okay.
So hand by hand, berries by berries.
It's very labor-intensive.
Yeah.
Grapes that have been affected with the noble rot fungus, also known as botrytis, are called asu grapes, which is what you see on the screen. When the noble rot settles on grapes, the fungus penetrates the skins and absorbs nutrients. The tiny holes in the grape skins allow moisture loss, and as the grape shrivels, its sugars concentrate. When these asu grapes dry and flatten, kind of like raisins, they can be used to make the botrytized wines known as Tokaji asu. Not every grape in a bunch will be infected, so each botrytized grape must be hand-picked off the vine. Also, if the noble rot is too developed, those grapes can't be used either for the wine. Most importantly, the fungus occurs naturally and it only appears in years of optimal temperature and humidity. So some years there's no botrytis and no azu grapes to harvest, and no Tokaji azu can be made. No wonder the production of this wine is so limited. Do you guys have to put fertilizer, or do you have to
Yeah, it's a great question.
Okay.
So we are not using any fertilizers like artificial ones, because this is the season when we are cutting the bunches.
Pruning them, okay.
Pruning them. In order to reach the highest quality, we are leaving only 1.8 kilogram on the plantation.
Okay.
For the mass production, you can leave up to 5, 8, 9 kilogram.
And what happens to the grapes that you prune?
Actually, it's falling down on the ground.
Okay.
And actually, this is how we're using in the fertilization.
That's the fertilizer. Okay.
So it's absolutely
Wonderful.
kind of organic.
It's feeding itself.
Yes.
A little bit. Yeah, wow.
But you know, it's a kind of very costly and expensive way of the wine making.
Yeah.
But this is how we believe that we can produce premium and the very, very top quality.
Now you understand the reason why Tokai Asu is so expensive. In the Tokai region, you'll find vineyards are located on hillsides, since this is the environment in the area best suited for growing Asu grapes. There are 2 rivers near Tokai, and with the region's valley topography helping to trap moisture from the river, it also helps drainage and increases the grapes' exposure to sunshine. Ideal weather conditions for optimal growth of the Asu grapes include fog in the morning and sun in the afternoon. According to statistics, only about 3.5 years of every 10-year period will yield a good harvest. MOD has established its own association called the Madicor to regulate the quality of the region's wines. So by December 31st of each year, the association publishes whether or not Azu will be produced in that vintage. The golden liquid that King Louis XIV proclaimed as King of Wines isn't easy to come by. Now that we've gotten a sense of how the Azu grapes grow, we're headed into a cellar to find out how the grapes are processed into Tokai wine. How we go from grapes in the vineyard to this wonderful Tokai Azu here that are in the barrels.
So after picking the berries in the vineyards, we are bringing directly here to the pressing house, which is right up us. We are pressing the base wine, the juice, and actually we are adding the botrytized berries to that base wine. We are leaving it on the base wine on the skin, and actually we are placing it to the oak barrels. So actually the aging in a new oak barrel, it's 1.5 years, and after happening the bottling process, in the bottle it's another half year. And after you can start to sell after 3 years of aging.
Wow. We noticed on some of the bottles of the Tokai Asu, the sweet ones, it says 5 petunios or 6 petunios. What is that actually?
It's a great question. Thank you for asking, because actually I know that it's a bit confusing. The 19th century, we used to start the puttonyos grading. Putton in Hungarian means basket.
Basket.
Like in the old time,
people were
during the harvesting, you put on your back the basket, and you hand-picked asu berry by hand, and you put in your basket to your putton. Originally, we used to have a Gönci barrel, which is 132 liter big. If you added 1 basket putton, this was 1 puttonyos. If you added 2 basket, it was 2 puttonyos, 3 puttonyos, 5 and 6. So if you added 6 putton of shriveled botrytized berries, you created 6 puttonyos asu. But actually from 2014, we are not using anymore the old putton regulation. We are using only 5 and 6p.
Each puttony yields about 22 to 23 liters. For each additional puttony, the Tokai Asu must ferment for another year due to the increased sugar levels. So a 6 puttonyos wine takes at least 8 years to mature. Meanwhile, there are also strict requirements for the temperature and humidity of the storage cellar. Generally, temperatures of 8 to 12 Celsius with 85 to 90% humidity are ideal. When you see the walls covered with mold, you know you have the conditions right. I've already tasted some Tokai Asu in Budapest, so Zuzana brings me on a lovely picnic to try another style of Tokai wine from MOD, which is currently gaining a big following.
It's the Juliette Victor dry Furmint. It's actually a vineyard selection. It's dry Furmint, 100% Furmint. For the Furmint, the special characters are like green apple, pears. First look.
Look.
Yeah, you can see it's crystal clear.
It's beautiful.
You can feel, taste the terroir of mud and the vineyard.
It has a really bright, fresh taste, but also very full. I wouldn't say it's like spicy, but it has a very kind of fresh.
The minerality because of the rocks that we are sitting on.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. In addition to Tokai Asu, in recent years, the region has also produced dry Furmint wines, since noble rot doesn't always occur each season. Grapes without botrytis were made into this wine, but because of the volcanic growing terrain, the dry Furmint had intense and unique minerality that people fell in love with. Next, Zuzana invites me to try another sweet wine, similar to Tokai Asu. This is the Samorodny.
Yeah, the sweet one. It has Furmint, Muscat Lunel, and Hárslevelű.
With 3 different grape varieties.
Yes. For me, it's like a liquid gold. It thanks to the botrytized berries.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow, what a treat. So Zamorodny has aromas of ripe apricots and the best honey with a deliciously sweet taste. Because of its sugar content, it has a slightly darker color than the dry Furmint from just now. Zamorodny is made with Asu grapes, but unlike Tokai Asu, the process uses entire bunches instead of individual grapes. So the mix of botrytized and regular grapes on any given bunch gives sweetness, but not nearly to the level of Tokai Asu. Meanwhile, the firm acidity from the Furmint counters the sweetness, creating for many what is an irresistibly delicious balance. Sitting here with the spectacular view of the sunset, drinking wine with the vineyard sprawled all around is the height of enjoyment. I'm staying over tonight in Mod so I can soak in the magic of this World Heritage region.